Cassidy Barsdof, and as we've heard, I am the brand manager for this phenomenal skincare line we've just launched back in November, Jouve. And as cool as it is to have a title like Chief Sales Officer, I truly think that being the brand manager is the best job that there is at RX. Because I, on this phone right here, get phone calls every other day about people who want to tell me their story with these products and how they truly have changed their lives. And before you jump to the conclusion that that is a very cliche thing to say, because I'm sure every other day you have someone knocking on your door sending you some spammy email talking about products that are going to change their lives, I want you all to take a second and think about what was the start to your story? The story where you first started to realize, I am actually not immortal. My skin is starting to change and it's starting to affect the way I feel about myself. And if you don't have one of those stories, I think power to you. You are not as vain as the rest of us. But and surprise, surprise, I am not quite yet 30, and I have my own story about how the aging process started to affect me. So when I was younger, I started taking a medication, doctor prescribed medication that altered my hormone levels. And for any of you that know about skin and how hormones can affect your skin, oftentimes hormones that are out of balance can leave our skin more susceptible to sun damage. So one day I was out at an amusement park with friends and I wasn't protecting my skin, and I got a really bad sunburn. And after that I started to get these kind of dark spots across my face, and it was patchy and it was bothering me, and I thought it'll go away after the summer. It's just because I got more tan in that area. 6 months later, they hadn't gone away, and I was starting to get comments about them. My friend said, "Oh, I've never noticed that birthmark that you have across your forehead." And I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now, but if I wasn't, you would be able to see it too. So I got, "Oh, is that a birthmark?" People said, "Oh, that looks like there's a map painted across your forehead." I heard all of it from people that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I was in my early 20s, and this was the first sign of the aging process that was starting to affect me personally and making me think, oh, my skin is not going to be young and beautiful forever, and there's probably some steps that I can take to start to think about these issues and help them from not getting worse in the future. So when we looked at our product offering, you guys know we're from a company called RX. We have a healthy lifestyle brand. We have products that touch every area of your life, from weight loss to first step therapy to healthy nutrition to having a healthy home, air and water filtration. I could go on and on and on. We have essential oils, all of those kinds of things. And we looked at our product offering and said, you know what, I think that there's a gap. There's a gap not only in our product offering, but in the cosmetics, personal care, skincare industry as a whole. And really fast, I want to share a few statistics with you. And for me personally, when I heard these, I was absolutely shocked, and I think that some of you might be as well. So 1938, the year 1938 here in the US was the last time the US passed a law regarding the regulation of cosmetics. 1938, you guys, that was a long time ago. That was like pushing 100 years ago was the last time we in the US passed a law governing the ingredients that people can put, anyone, in their garage, in a company like L'Oreal, in a company like Estee Lauder, in the department store, anywhere, governing those ingredients that you can put in your skincare products. 1938. 1,300 is the number of ingredients that were banned or restricted in Europe, okay? So Europe has banned 1,300 ingredients. Guess how many the US has banned?
11.
Seriously, how many? What do you think?
11.
Oh, you knew it. That's the number. 11. Europe has banned 1,300. We have banned only 11 ingredients. Out of the millions of ingredients that you can incorporate into skincare products, we've only banned 11 as being toxic or harmful to your appearance. So 1,300 versus 11, there's a minor discrepancy there. And then $71 billion is the cosmetics, skincare, personal care industry. We looked at all those numbers and we identified a huge gap, not only in our product offering, in that we want products that not only are good for your hair and don't contain toxic chemicals and don't lead to negative health effects down the road, but we wanted ways for you to take care of your skin that address the gaps that these numbers bring up, because we use these products every single day. The average woman leaves the bathroom using over 150 different chemicals on her body, between her makeup, her hair care products, all of those things, lotions, oils, you name it, over 150 chemicals every morning before you leave the bathroom. And those chemicals have been linked to things like cancer, birth defects, all of the scary things that you can imagine have been linked back to some of these chemicals. So we wanted to create a skincare line that not only worked, that was not only effective, that not only yielded these fantastic instant results, but one that was going to be safe for you to use on your skin and on your body day in, day out, every single day from now until forever. So we decided skin. We need skin, and we need it to be safe, we need it to be effective, we need it to be non-toxic. So the first thing we did is we went around the world, and we have resources around the world in all of these different countries, and countries like Korea and Japan, the skincare capitals of the world. And of course we stayed here at home in North America and Europe as well, and we talked to top skincare professionals, dermatologists, estheticians, people that own spas, salons, you name it, people that really care about holistic skincare and what we do to our bodies. And we said, what are the primary things, skin concerns that people are coming to you with? I mean, Lori, what are the top things that people come and are concerned about on their skin when they come to see you?
Pigmentation is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
And what's the second?
Wrinkles and sagging and...
She named it. Across the board, everyone said the same thing. Fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots and hyperpigmentation are the two things that people most commonly come to a skincare professional for. And realistically, those are also the two things that people...
Are the toughest.
They're the toughest, and they're the things that people most often turn to unsafe products and unsafe procedures, things like really invasive injections and fillers and really intense peels that make your skin fall off, and all of these things, lasers, you've heard it all. Maybe some of us have tried it, maybe I've tried it. You know, I mean, it's the truth. We care about how we look, and a lot of us, we don't put a number on that, right, when it comes to looking and feeling our best all the time. And so we created a complete anti-aging system. We have these two products, they're phenomenal, and they address those two things, the things that people are turning to unsafe practices, unsafe products to address. So really fast, I'll talk through these two products.
Oh, no, you're doing great.
Okay.
So I just want to interrupt.
Absolutely.
So the number one thing, and just so you know that most facialists are not savvy and dermatologists are certainly not savvy. They go to conventions where they're giving a bottom line, which product's going to make them the most money. They will be the first one that will promote hydroquinone, which is not only toxic, it also is toxic to the liver. It's what they prescribe for pigmentation, and can promote blue-black lesions irreversible. And it doesn't work. So it's getting into your bloodstream, it's toxic to the liver, it's very dangerous, and it doesn't work. And they're doing it over and over and over and over. So, I don't call me crazy, but the last person, I went to a dermatologist in Beverly Hills, and I said, well, what do you think about sodium lauryl sulfate and hydroquinone and mineral oil? And she said, oh, don't worry, Lori, nothing penetrates the skin. Now, your skin is the largest organ in your body. Nothing penetrates the skin. Lie. Everything penetrates the skin.
Why do we have birth control patches? Why do we have patches that that help us quit smoking? Because the skin is not a barrier, it's actually a carrier.
So it's kind of scary. So this was a top dermatologist in Beverly Hills. And then somebody called me and said, oh, I want you to try my product. And I look, and it's also the number, the ingredients, as far as quantity, where it is on the label will determine how much of that product. So if they had good, so one of the dermatologists from Extreme Makeover, she put all the bad stuff on top. So if any of the good stuff was in there, one, it wasn't getting through the bad stuff. And the number one thing that's in most skincare is mineral oil. And it could be Vaseline or Carmex or lip gloss. It's all toxic. And if you're putting any products behind that, none of the products getting in at all. So.
And from the mouth of an expert, right? I interview the experts. This is an expert sitting in your midst right now. I couldn't have said that better, but it's true. I mean, people that we go to and trust, we go to the doctor, we go to the dermatologist. I'm not saying that they all prescribe these types of things, but
yeah, they do.
I went to the dermatologist
yeah, they do.
with my dark spots, my hyperpigmentation across my forehead, and the first thing they prescribed was hydroquinone. hydroquinone, like she said, actually bleaches your skin and leaves it more susceptible to sun damage than it was in the first place. So you're actually making the problem like 100 times worse. So it's up to us to become conscious consumers and to pick that product up off the shelf or out of the catalog and turn it over and to start to read the label and understand what some of those things mean.
Sure.
So when we created this complete anti-aging solution, we wanted it to address those top concerns: fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots, and hyperpigmentation. So we created 2 products to do just that. The first one is our Instant Tightening and Restoring Serum. This is our wow product. It's really incredible the way that it works. You put it on the skin in areas of puffiness, fine lines, wrinkles, anywhere where you want to experience a little bit of a lift. And it not only works within 90 seconds as it starts to dry, but the really cool thing that sets us apart from our competitors is that it contains really powerful peptides. We contain a peptide called SNAP8, which is innovative in our industry, and it actually yields long-term effects. So the more often you use the product, the more intense your results are going to be. So we recommend that this product is used daily over 28 days, and that's when you can start to see those long-term effects. So you see the instant effects within 90 seconds, so quick. But the longer you use it, the better your skin is going to look over time. A lot of our competitors have products that are kind of similar. They advertise an instant reaction, and that's all it does. That's where the buck stops. But with our product, it's a little bit different because it yields those long-term effects as well. The second product we have, which is my personal favorite, is our Dark Spot Corrector and Brightening Cream. It's a little bit of a mouthful. Dark Spot Corrector and Brightening Cream. And that's the one that we've created to address those dark spots and hyperpigmentation. But the reason I love this product is because it's completely multifunctional. It not only addresses, it brightens the skin to help with those dark spots, but it acts as a really powerful moisturizer as well, and has even been proven in clinical studies to address fine lines and wrinkles. So where you were buying 5 different products to address all of those different things, you now have one that is sold way below market price for a product that would do a lot of those similar things. So I won't go into a lot more details about the ingredients and all those types of things. We can talk about that after. I'm sure Lori can answer a lot of those questions. But what truly sets us apart is our mission to do no harm with these products. Our products are Ewg Certified. This is the Environmental Working Group, which is a really prestigious and difficult certification to get. We submitted both of our products to this group, and they analyze every single ingredient and rate it on a level of toxicity. So you have this rating from 1 to 10. All of our ingredients fall in the 1 to 2 category. A lot of your department store ingredients are going to fall in the 7 to 8 category and are truly linked to things like developmental disorders, birth defects, learning disabilities, and even things like cancer. And I can say that because it's true. The studies have been done, the tests they prove what we're saying here. So our products are cruelty-free. We promise.
90, by the way.
Yeah. Looks great.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Cruelty-free. They've been tested and certified by the Ewg group, and we have a document that we hand out to all of our customers. It's called our Never Ever list, and it states our promise to you to never include any toxic ingredients. So that list goes through a bunch of different ingredient categories, so you can look on there and make sure, no, we don't put petroleum-based products like mineral oil, specifically no PEGs, parabens, phthalates, artificial color, or synthetic fragrance. I could talk for hours about those different things, but if you take one thing with you, take this. When you turn over a product and you see that word fragrance on the label, fragrance is considered proprietary information or intellectual property by different companies. And so they don't have to disclose all of the different chemicals that make up that one word fragrance. And it can be up to 50 different chemicals that make up that one word fragrance that you see on the label. So we've promised our customers that we will never include those chemically fragrances in any of our products. And because of these promises, these certifications, the lengths that we've gone through to make these products that not only are effective but are completely safe for your body, we've been getting a lot of media attention. We were at an event at the Grammys, we've been featured in national publications, and we're spreading our publicity across the world because people are starting to pick up on this message. I mean, this is a really hot topic lately in the media. recently Vogue published a study about teenage girls who went off of cosmetics. Lori's nodding her head because I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. Went off using cosmetics, personal care products for a week, and their toxicity levels decreased significantly just from not using these types of makeups and stuff you can get from the drugstore, the department store. So it matters, and the decisions that we make today definitely affect the things that we do tomorrow. So, you guys, that's my spiel. That's
Thank
it.
you.
So if the Food and Drug Administration regulates our food and drugs, who's regulating the cosmetics? Who is that?
So the FDA is supposed to regulate cosmetics as well, but that's those statistics that I referred to. The FDA has only banned 11 different ingredients, and if you think about, I mean, on our never ever list alone, the ingredients that we promised to never include, it contains over 100 different ingredients, and the FDA has only banned 11.
Too much
So
money.
it costs a lot to
No, too
do
much
all
money
those,
involved in it, you know.
to
There's
do
too
all
many
the
big companies
studies
and too
and
many big companies that
the
buy them out.
lobbyists.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
So will RX be coming out with a line of makeup or other cosmetics to take place of, or is this just a starter? The Jouve is the starter flagship product, and then it'll just grow from there.
Yeah, we definitely plan to expand the line as the need grows. Colors and things get so tricky because everyone has such a different preference, but we definitely look at the body as a whole and definitely want to provide safe alternatives, non-toxic alternatives for the products people are currently using. So it's, I mean,
Otherwise, they'd be using your great product and putting color over it, and then what does that do, you know? You're gonna use your favorite brand of
exactly.
facial makeup.
Exactly, and it's not realistic for everyone to go home and look at their labels and say, oh my gosh, this has petroleum in it, I have to throw it away, because that would be your entire medicine cabinet. That's thousands of dollars worth of product you'd be throwing in the garbage. But if you can make one replacement a day, that's all that matters, that's all that counts. And Jouve is a great way to start that process. So thank you, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'd be happy to answer questions after the rest of the meeting.
So I don't know if anybody's seen on TV all of the problems with the class action now lawsuit for uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, because baby powder is talc. And there is a celebrity makeup artist on QVC or HSN. I look at her product, and first ingredient is talc. So baby powder, Johnson & Johnson's were involved in a very big lawsuit because mineral oil and talc, amongst other things, and it's in everything. It's in your lip gloss. And
Often
it's
the
in your-
baby products or the products advertised as natural or for sensitive skin are sometimes the worst offenders. So it really, you can't leave it up to the companies. I mean, the word natural has no definition. There's no definition for the word natural or even organic.
Right.
So it really, you don't have to have a PhD to understand that some of these ingredients can be harmful, but you can start to familiarize yourself with, I mean, the word fragrance. Just don't buy products that contain the word fragrance, and that's a start.